This was a combination of intensive negotiation between the social partners, business, community, organized labor, in deciding in terms of what is possible in relation to those issues. Cosatu initially tabled a demand of 4,500 rand per month, informed by what was given by some university for a family of 5. So in the negotiations is a give and take, and eventually we concluded that 20 rand per hour for 40 hours a week will be equal to 3.5, and at 45 hours per week will equal to 3.9, which was the difference between what we wanted initially and what we got was on the average of about 500 to 600 rand in that engagement. Our main concern, of course, was our main objective was to the introduction of a national minimum wage, which we understood that if that is effective, about over 6 million workers will benefit, which currently are not negotiated by any of the trade unions. That those people are really negotiated by all trade unions in South Africa. We're talking about the domestic workers, the farm workers, the hospitalities. So these are the vulnerable workers which are currently either covered by the sectoral determination for the mere reasons that we as trade unions, we seem not to show interest to those workers. So that's how we arrived to those issues. We then said we needed to be doing some kind of, allow it to go for the 2 years, to go back to the negotiating table and be able to negotiate to what is the real target that we want to achieve. But we also agreed that this is not a complete process. We needed to have an intensive negotiation on what we call an income equality, so that we can be able to address the differences between the lowly paid and the highly paid in terms of the COs. But we also said it needed to be discussed at the same time with comprehensive social security. For an example, if we all agreed that for any family to live, you need 6,000 rand, but there's a company or a household employing a domestic workers, you can only afford, and you can prove that you can only afford to pay 4,000. Who then has to cover the differences? Because everybody must be able to have some kind of money that to live it on. That's why we then said we must then introduce the comprehensive social security. So to us, this is the first step. We need to go to the second phases of addressing the national minimum wage.